We live in a world where privacy is a privilege. We are constantly being watched. When you're at the mall shopping, at the bank banking, and at the airport traveling, you can almost guarantee that you are being watched and recorded. Even as we drive across town or take a leisurely walk through the neighborhood, chances are there is footage of it. But surely, at home, we are in complete privacy, safe from the prying eyes of Big Brother. You wish. These days, we have watches and phones and TVs and computers with Siris and Alexas and Googles all dying to hear what we have to say. But luckily, for the most part, we are able to control the privacy settings on those things. But there is one little bugger that's not so easy to avoid. A 10-inch stinker that is not only listening to our every word, it's tracking everything we do. And what's worse, we can't just turn it off. Once it's in our house, all bets are off. And what's worse than that? This little freak flies to the North Pole every single night just to tell Santa what's up. And that's why this week's On Brand is on the Elf on the Shelf.
You're all jazzed up, really having a cow. You want your favorite show, and it's on right now. It's on brand.
Welcome to On Brand with Jon and Marisa.
I'm Jon.
I'm Marisa.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to do that all December. Okay.
Is Elfie here?
No,
Elfie
I saw him last night, and I was like,
he's
ooh,
here. Oh, Elfie's in the bathroom. Elfie's in the bathroom.
Should we cue him up here?
Yeah, let's get Elfie in the bathroom.
Let's throw him in the background. We'll get him all set up. Yeah, and before we start the show, I do just want to do a quick warning. I know that we have a lot of kids that listen to the show. We got a lovely video from a 10-year-old in Australia recently. My friend Nancy's kids listen to the show. There are spoilers in this episode about the workings of Elf on a Shelf. So if that is something that you use in your house, you may want to pause your children listening to this whole episode. Okay, so Elf on the Shelf.
This is huge.
This is big. I needed to do something for Christmas, but I couldn't wait for this one to be on Christmas because people are actively enjoying their elves right now.
Sure, this is prime Elf on the Shelf season.
Prime Elf on the Shelf season. I've already done Santa Claus. I figured I may as well do one of his helpers. I like Elf on the Shelf. I know, I make Easter baskets, but I don't hide my own elf.
How many elves do you have?
I gave you my elf.
Okay, so you don't have any.
And then, like...
How many elves is appropriate for men without children to have?
I gave you my elf a couple years ago.
Sure.
Because your kids were enjoying it. I think that's this elf. Probably
Elfie,
the one I gave you.
Yeah.
And then, I was like, I miss my elf. But I wasn't going to actively get an elf. And then I think I was in an estate sale or something, and I came across a box Elf on a Shelf for $3. So I rebought myself an elf.
Oh, okay.
Which I couldn't find for this show. I think it's in one of my Christmas boxes in the unit.
In the unit, okay. This is a really cute elf. I believe this is the original design.
We'll learn all about the design of the elf.
If you just Google, you go on Amazon, you're like, Elf on the Shelf. There are some ones that look really rough and not very cute. I can see why you like it and why you wanted one.
Vintage vibe to it. They definitely thought about it. It does look almost identical as to when it originally came out, but like I said, we'll talk about it.
It's not ugly.
It's not ugly.
It's not ugly.
Super cute.
Is it hot though?
No. He's like a twink.
Yeah, not your type.
Twink on the brink. Okay, we'll talk about that too, because there's definitely
Bear on the chair.
Bear on the chair. A whole gay line of
merch.
And I think I also wanted to do it because I have a fascination with, I love Christmas tradition. I do Christmas playlists and stuff.
I do Christmas plays every year.
I do a Christmas play. I'm known for my Ebenezer Scrooge, of course.
You're really good.
I would be super Scroogey. I'm like, just take me now. Can we just cut to the gravestone? It's a short.
It's a short play.
But I do have a fascination with things. There are so many things that are traditional Christmas, and I'm fascinated with things that are able to break through all of the tradition. I would put Mariah Carey's song in there. I mean, we had the same 100 Christmas songs forever, and now hers is the Christmas song.
Every year, people try, and oh boy, not everything sticks.
Not every Michael Bublé Christmas album makes it to mainstream. She's become, I mean, I have thought about doing her as a brand, which that song is, because she's got a whole thing now. Like, people on, like, Halloween, they start, like, it's coming, and you just hear a little faint, like her little, like, high note. Like, there's a whole build up to it. And then December 1st, I think she's even embraced, like,
I think so,
going all out on it. Yeah, I think Elf, the movie, is also one of those things that has entered, like,
a new Christmas classic.
Even though, I mean, these things are, like,
20 years old.
Mariah Carey's song's 30 years old, and Elf is 20 years old. But in the scheme of things, considering that, Santa goes back to the 8th.
Sure, every, like, 20 years, you get, like, a new classic. But it's so true that like, to make it into canon of Christmas, it's tough. It's a big feat.
That's a big nut cracker that you'll need to crack that nut merch.
Nutcrackers? Custom nutcrackers look like you and me? Holiday 2026?
Oh my God. And then a limited edition, there's only 40 Hollywood Justin nutcrackers. He's got a bulge.
And when you crack a nut with Jon, it's all filled with connectors.
Yeah, it's just I was going to say it would be appropriate that Hollywood Justin would be cracking nuts with his mouth.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, it's
canon.
On brand for him.
On brand, yes.
All right, but we'll get into Elf on the Shelf first. It's been a very big week for everyone in the world right now because, of course, this is the week that Unwraps drop. You're wrapped up. Your seasonal, like, your music services tell you what you've been listening to all year.
Even you saying that, we talked about this last night, and I'm still like...
She's blank-faced. We talked about it last night. She's like, maybe they're not called Unwrapped. I don't know what they are. They
Wrapped?
Like,
yeah, it's like your recap of your year, what you've been streaming, listening to, watching, and we were the Spotify one as we talked about, but I'm assuming Apple does one. All of them probably do that.
I
Recapping.
Don't know. I only have Spotify, so I got mine. I was looking at. I'm convinced somebody else has my password to my Spotify.
Yeah.
Because every year for my top songs, there's like 2 of them that I've never heard of.
Really?
I'm like, who are you? It should always be The Cure. It should be Taylor. Taylor was my number 1. Then someone I don't know, Alex Warren or something like that. I don't know who that is. I will say,
that's very suspicious.
It said my number 1 song was that Bruno Mars Lady Gaga song. Which
you are playing that every time I see you on a little tiny Zune.
What I think happens is a lot of times I play pre-made mixes. I play like today's hottest hits. Mm-hmm. So I think that was one of the biggest songs.
You are young.
Okay, so that's what I was going to bring up. So one of the things that Wrapped gives you when you're going through your thing is it tells you how old it thinks you are based on what you listen to. Now, you sent a screen grab yesterday that your top 5 songs were all songs from the Nightmare Before Christmas album, because that is something that your son was very into. And then it also gave you what it assumed your age was, which was, I forget, what was it?
80.
80 years old.
And that was even offset by my top 5 number 1 songs are from a children's movie.
An old children's.
The music that I did play that was not from Nightmare Before Christmas was so old that it took me down to 8. It probably was without Nightmare Before Christmas. I probably would have put me at like 115. But then I had this like young animated thing, and then that brought me down to 80 as my average.
Oh, that was pure delight.
What's your average age?
So I looked at mine, and some of these things I'll get really frustrated because it'll get me dead on. I'm like,
really?
Bitch, how do you know? Mine popped up yesterday. It assumed I was 20.
Are you kidding?
20 years old. It says, you know what you are, Jon? You're a scout. You're always looking for the best new music out there. And I'm like, you know what? I am. Thank you.
It told me, it said numbers of albums you played this year, and it said 1, and it was the Vince Giardi trio, Charlie Brown album. I played 1 album, and I've listened to, like, David was sharing how many minutes of music he's listened to. I think mine was probably about like 2,000 minutes of music, which for a full year, apparently that is pretty low.
Yeah, I felt like my actual listen time was low. David's was like 28,000 or something.
I think
like
yours
that.
is fake. I think something's going on with yours.
Something's wrong with mine, because I listen to a lot of music, and I listen to a lot of The Cure. The Cure's not even on there, but he definitely put Alex Warren in there.
Who's Alex Warren?
I don't know. I'm probably getting the name wrong. And now everyone's going to write, be like, Alex Warren, he wrote the best
You
song.
said Alex Warren was on brand for you last week as your favorite new artist.
I just realized something. If I was 20, I would be born the year The Elf on the Shelf was
Wow,
released.
this is crazy. Oh, so it's okay. So
It's 20.
doing
It's
some
the 20th
math. Yeah, how old
anniversary,
it is,
babe.
yeah.
Come on.
yeah,
And I just said 20.
true.
So
I know. I was trying to think like, can I use this to figure out how old you are?
well, with my fake age.
yeah, with your fake age.
So another thing it gave us, which I didn't realize, it gives us a wrapped up for the pod.
Oh, yeah.
And it gives us one for on brand and off brand.
That's
so there was
fun.
some really nice things in there. So I wanted to thank the people listening because we had a ton of new listeners. We were like 98% in the most shared podcast.
It's so funny that you can be like a small potatoes podcast like ours, and it's like you're in the top 100 podcasts in the world.
I know. And I
There's
was in
so many podcasts.
I'm in some Facebook groups. Well, but don't belittle it.
No,
'cause
I'm
I
not
do think
belittling it
it's
at all. I'm
like-
just saying there's so many podcasts out there. There's
'Cause
so many.
There's 4 million podcasts, but I'm in like a Facebook group of like podcasters and stuff, and people were sharing their things. I don't, because I'm just like, what am I doing? But I was looking at theirs, and some of them had the same awards, but they would have like 78% shared.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
ooh, we're 98. So like all of our numbers were really
we
high.
I feel like we grew this year. I feel like we grew
did.
this year.
And we
Yeah.
didn't even have a Patreon last year, so that
No.
was nice too.
Well,
so.
thank you to you listeners for helping boost us. If we've been in your wrapped, send us a
little screen
little
grab.
screen gab, and maybe we'll repoke it.
Gabba gabba goo. Here's something I learned. What was our most listened to episode last year?
Oh my gosh, I don't know which one.
No guesses?
The Lipton iced tea was the one people said was funny.
They did?
Yeah.
That
Lipton
old
one.
queer.
That old queer.
Jellycat.
Wait, are you serious?
Jellycat was our number 1 episode.
I'm so
It's like I'm shocked, but I also
shocked.
forget everything else we did. So
No,
sure.
but because that was one where so many people
Half the people
did
had
not
never
know
heard of it. Someone wrote this week and they were like, I don't even know
Wow.
how it came up. She's like, I think people like to tell us now that like when they buy things that we've done shows on or how they now, it's like when you buy a blue car and then all of a sudden that's all you see are that
Sure,
same blue car.
Sure. It was,
when
it's
people
called
hear
the Jellycat phenomenon. You
the
learned about
Jellycat, the
Jellycat.
on-brand Jellycat phenomenon with Jon and Marisa.
Mm-hmm.
And someone was like, I didn't even know who Jellycat was before you, and now I feel so stupid because I see it everywhere.
funny.
It's so funny. Same
And
with Labubu.
Jellycat is like interesting. I don't know what event causes, but we did have a significant spike in sales after this Thursday.
All I'll say is, before I did that episode on Jellycat, there was no jelly pop-up at the Grove.
There you go.
Now, there is.
There is.
So,
Ticketed entry.
I do love when people give
Get 'em
me
all
credit, because we are small potatoes in the scheme of things. Very proud of our audience. But like when Susie Q's come back, so many people are like, you did it.
Jon, you did it.
You're
You should-
you're the Aaron Brockovich of chocolate cake treats.
This is your legacy.
I'm
The
knocking on
world
doors.
Is a better place.
So they've offered to give us a 5 cake box, not a 6, but you know what? I think
We'll
we just
take
take
it.
the deal.
Until you get the giant Susie Q's box come into your house and you're like, yo, what up, fam? I'm unboxing the latest new Susie Q collab, Susie Q by Stranger Things with blood red filling. I mean,
sure. Hello. Are you kidding me? I would buy that in a second. The underground. I got to say, one of my favorite things I saw from Stranger Things from the underground was the upside down Whopper. Literally just a normal Whopper that they turn upside
they
down.
just serve it to you upside down. I mean, it's like with Wicked, how they can do too. Stranger Things, turn your Whopper upside down.
Turn everything
Charge
upside
twice
down.
as much.
I will say I finally finished season 4, and I found a little thing that is so fun that I haven't seen anyone else talk about.
What?
Because no one would care but me, probably. But I mentioned in season 1, there's that iconic scene where she crushes the Coke can with her mind.
Mm-hmm.
They replay that all the time. A big piece of canon for the show. She loses her powers at some point, and in season 4, she's trying to gain them back, and she's back in the lab.
Okay.
And there's a Coke can, when she's trying to crush it again, that Coke can is Coca-Cola Classic. So in the real scheme of things, we've gone through the regular Coke, the
Sure.
new Coke, and now Coke Classic is back. And I thought that was just a lovely detail.
That's fun. That's fun.
And speaking of which, the ending of Stranger Things 4, some people are like, I wasn't even going to watch it, but now I kind of want to for the brands.
Oh, fun.
The ending of the first little batch of season 5 that they dropped over Thanksgiving,
Mm-hmm.
oh my God.
Yeah.
So good.
Are the fans happy?
The fans are thrilled. Now there's all these reaction videos of people watching it on TikTok. They've decided to release the final 2 hours in movie theaters, which I bought a ticket to.
Oh my
It's only for 2 days.
Wow.
So New Year's Day, I will be in Burbank with a million fans. What a fun way to like end that.
Sure.
They said the
You need to get another Barb costume. I know yours is missing. You have to recreate. It's too good.
I know I should put that in.
It's
But
too
there's
good.
something really thrilling about a shared experience with people, a like-minded.
Remember when you saw the Taylor Swift movie in the theaters and you were like, it's going to be me and a bunch of kids. I don't even know what it is. And then it's like you doing a conga line, like with a bunch of
100%.
14-year-olds.
Or
That's how this is going to be.
The midnight book drop of the last Harry Potter book. There's like
Yeah.
these collective moments. We all
Sure.
watch Game
Human
of Thrones, the finale together.
Yeah,
It's like, I don't know.
that's sweet.
I feel like those are fewer and farther apart. So
For
when
sure.
you have an opportunity to be with them, I'd rather that than here. And you guys are like, who's that? And Alistair's like, I stopped
What
watching
can
3
make
years
it so
ago.
shocking?
Oh my God. It was thrilling.
Really?
It was thrilling.
Wow.
I don't do spoilers.
Hopper hog out. Full hog on Hopper.
I'm just going to let
That's
you go
the
with
name
it.
of the episode, which is a Easter egg. People are like, what does it mean? And then they watch it, they're like, oh.
They're like, that can't mean what I think it is. In
It
the
just
last
is
minute,
that.
he just pulls out his hog and then it goes to black. You're like, I have to wait 3 weeks to see what he does with that
would
hog.
be shocking.
And his hog's upside down. You're like, oh no.
This is a turn for Elf on the Shelf. I thought from your opening, I thought you were going to be talking about the Amazon Alexa. I was like, are those 10 inches?
Well, that was the fun
It was
of
a good
writing that.
twist.
I was like, when will Marissa know? Of course, everyone listening to that already knew.
I didn't know until you uttered the words. I was so excited for this
Flew back to
story.
the North Pole. Yeah, so let's
So
get into
good.
the Elf on the Shelf.
I will say if anybody's on the fence about doing this tradition, maybe you have little ones and it hasn't come up yet. This was one we did 1 year, and then I was so stressed out
You
by
were
it.
so grumpy
I
about
was
it.
so grumpy. But like the first 3 days would be like so magical, magic, mischief, mayhem, huge setup, and then like you would be over, and I'd be like, oh god, like we'd be going to bed. It's like 11:30. I'm like, oh damn it, I need to find something. And it's just like now he's just like sitting on a plant.
So it's funny you say that because this was going to be one of the last points I brought out. I have
Uh-huh.
should I do it? And if so, at what age? So
Sure.
when it originally came out, their intended audience was 7-year-olds. They thought that was the
Really?
prime age.
That feels older than I would think.
They have now since altered that to like you go through an adoption process if you do it
Oh
the
my
way that they
gosh.
want you to do.
Sure.
They're saying kids will get invested to it at 1.5 to 2 years
I
old.
believe that. Yeah.
So anywhere from then. And I pulled two different things, two different points of view onto whether you should do it. One from someone who wrote, I started when my daughter was 5, almost 6. She fully understood and appreciated it so much. She misses her elf all year and is
Oh,
so
that's really
excited
cute.
for December. And then the next person wrote, never start. Oh my God, it's so hard to keep up the magic alive these days. This is one thing I wish I had never gotten roped into. You have to remember every night. Set your alarm early if you're too tired to stay up. You will be overwhelmed thinking of something different every night. So there's definitely two different...
That is how I felt, and I was so ready to retire it. But then the kids were saying that this is like, and I feel like the 7-year-old knows that it's not real because she was like, "Where's Elfie? Like, is she in a box? Is she in the garage?" Like they don't think it's like magical, but they like buying it. Maybe the 4-year-old does. They like buying into the fun of the morning ritual. And they said that they were more excited about the elf than they were about Christmas, like about Christmas Day. And so I was like,
I know.
well, that would be. And I always have this like outlook where I'm like, well, parents are really, really tired now because we're doing way more than our parents did as kids. Like it wasn't even every year that like we went to see Santa. And now it's like every month you're seeing on Instagram, every December, it's like, oh, we need to do a little hot cocoa bar. We need a movie night. We need pictures with Santa. We need feeding reindeer. It's just like too much. And Elf on the Shelf feels like another thing. I would say if you have the energy to do it, it's like the one thing that I feel like is a better payoff energy wise than a lot of these other, you can like leave the Santa pictures. You don't need to do that. Just like put a little thought into this. And I did do a cheat this year. I got a box of elf stuff on Etsy. Mm-hmm. So it has, you can do, some people do 12 days. We do 24 because they were really excited. They were like, and like halfway through November, they're like, when does it start? And I'm like, December 1st.
So, just so you know, for some people, it does start Thanksgiving.
Really? Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh. Okay. So we started December 1st. And then I was like, this is too much. I know myself from previous years that it's going to like crush me. And I bought a box on Etsy. There's so many people that do this, but it's so genius. There's little bags, one for every day, and it has like little setup stuff, and it gives you like instructions. It has everything you need. So literally you just like go and grab like, okay, day 2, it's like a little writing letter to Santa station. Oh, day 3, where there was one, it came with like the one we did yesterday, it came with sticky dots to stick it to a glass window, and it was like, ouch, I crashed, like on little thing. Kids are loving it. They're like telling their teachers, they're telling their friends, and it took so much stress out of my evenings knowing that I had this plan. So if for next year, or you could do a 12-day thing and it's not too late, you could go on Etsy and get one of these boxes, and it makes life so much easier. That's my endorsement for the cheating.
Yeah, and look on YouTube or TikTok. There's a million people have gotten so creative
and
with
like
these
Pinterest,
things.
they have like lists of like something for every day. But even that, it's like now I need to go get like pom poms or whatever. It's like everything is in one kit. This is one of the kids like that they talk about year after year. I put chocolate chips in a bowl and it was like, have some reindeer poop, and the kids like still talk about that.
Hershey Kisses is also poop. Lemonade is pee. There are some people that will draw while their kid is asleep, draw on the kid's face and then put a marker in the elf's hand, and the kid wakes up and is like, you rascal! Like, it's crazy. Like,
it's
sometimes
crazy.
they're tangled up in the tree. Sometimes they're stuck outside.
We did a toilet papering the kids' room this year, and they loved it. We had toilet papered the bathroom the year before, and they were like, remember when Alfie toilet papered the bathroom? And then this year we did toilet papering their room, and they were like, I can't believe this is the first time Alfie's done a stunt in our room. Like, said that phrase.
Is that why he was in there
100 times.
today, or that was something else?
The elf was in the bathroom today. This was part of the kit, and it had a little mustache. The elf was wearing a mustache, and there were like fake mustaches for the kids to put on.
That's so
it's
cute.
so cute, and it makes it so easy. It's like everything's there. Sure, you could like assemble this all yourself, but my goodness.
And you're supporting a small business.
Yeah, like some mom on Etsy. I love helping out a mom on Etsy.
Love helping out. I helped out an Etsy company for my frequent brand pack.
Oh, fun. Etsy. Shopping on Etsy feels like doing a good deed.
It does, but it also feels like a gamble. I'm like, that picture looks cool. Will mine look cool?
Sure.
And then like I've ordered stuff and it's like, I think it's gonna be cool. And then it's just like a sticker on a cup. And I'm like,
yeah, they can kind of scam you a little bit now, especially with like AIR. And also you're like, oh, that's a good price. And you go to the checkout. It's like arrives in 3 months. Shipping is $250.
Yeah, they're like, select your size. Oh, the price I saw was for one that's like 2
inch by
inches.
inch.
I need a 9-inch one. That's $45.
Exactly.
What?
Exactly.
All right. So some people may be listening to this and not even really know what Elf on the Shelf is.
yeah,
I will get to
explain
that
it.
in just a minute. You'll understand all of it. But where did it come from? Who made it? What is the story behind it? Is it a corporation, family, what?
I'm dying to know.
William Elf.
No.
No, of course not. Carol Aebersold. Carol V. Aebersold. Born in Texas City, Texas. Moved to Chicago, moved to Tennessee. Her dad was a lab technician. Her mom was a bank teller. Graduates high school in 1966. Gets her Bachelor's of Music Education at the University of Tennessee in 1970. Teaches high school for a little bit. Falls in love with Robert Aebersold. They get married in 1972. Moved to the suburbs of Atlanta, Georgia. So that's just a little pin if you are interested in her life. She has
Put it on the timeline when she graduated.
Imperial Shea razors. These are all dates that you'll need to include. They have twin daughters and a son. And when the kids were young, she was a stay-at-home mom. So when Carol was young, she got a gift from her mother, a doll, a little
Haunted
elf
Oh.
doll. And it was dressed in red and white, and she loved it. So I saw one article that said it had been her mother's, but then I saw another one that said it was from the 50s, so those times wouldn't match up.
Okay.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter. I mean, it kind of does because I'd like to know that it was like grandma's tradition.
Sure.
But anyway, she loved this doll, and it was one of the things from her childhood that she saved. So she passes that on to her kids when they're young. And then when grandma would come over, if the kids were misbehaving, grandma would say, don't misbehave in front of the elf. He works for Santa. So then that's kind of when the story started to come into play. The mom explains kind of the basics of what we know. If you don't know, like I said in the open, the legend, and I'll get to all the rules in just a minute, but this little elf apparently works for Santa and lets him know if the kids are good or bad and what they want for Christmas. So the kids love the elf. They named the elf Fisbee. I checked everywhere that it wasn't Frisbee. It's Fisbee.
Okay.
Spell correct every time I write Fisbee to
Great.
say Frisbee. And every Christmas, Mom would bring Fisbee out, and that's when the Christmas season would begin.
Wow, that's so smart.
Now, like I said, according to the legend, Fisbee would fly to the North Pole every night, have a chat with Santa, fly back the next day, and hide somewhere to watch the kids from a different place. The kids, it was kind of a game of hide and seek. The kids would look for the elf every morning. They would say, as adults, we anticipated the elf as much, if not more, as we did Santa's own arrival.
So
it was
funny.
basically Christmas morning every day leading up to Christmas.
Oh my gosh.
Just kind of a thrilling thing for a kid. It's like Easter basket every day, or like
Yes.
just something fun that you don't know exactly what it's going to be. So the kids love it. They grow up. Carol gets into the workforce. She works as an editor and feature writer for a small Christian magazine from 84 to 87. 88 to 89. She wins an award. I only saw this in one paper, don't know what this is. Won an award from the governor of Georgia as one of Georgia's most positive parents.
Oh. Positive.
What a time. What a time to be alive when the governor is just saying, you know what? You're a happy mom. Here's an award.
If our governor had enough time on his hands
To tell you you're you know what? I see you and you're doing a good job.
These are the top 100 positive parents. I will read them in reverse order.
If you have an objection, please let it be known now.
Governor Newsom, put this at the top of your stack. Priorities.
She works some other jobs. She's an executive or an account executive and gets into public relations, and the years go by. One of her daughters, Chanda, gets married and starts to have a family of her own. In 2004, she gets a part-time job with her dad. He works in an engineering firm. And it's like 2 hours away from her. And I think she only does this a couple of days a week. But when she does it, she stays with her parents because it's too far of a drive. And she brings her son. And one night she's there and she's like looking around and she sees Fisbee sitting on a shelf. And she's like, you know what? I would love for my kids to do that. We had so much fun with that when we were kids.
Yes.
I would love that. And she looks around and there's really no other tale like that. There's no experience like that. So she's like, Mom, you know, you had that writing job at the small Christian magazine. You like to write. Her mom's eyes light up. She does like to write. She doesn't like to say it, but she's glad that her daughter sees her. Yeah, you know, I do like to write. She's like, you know what? Why don't we write the story of Fisbee? She's like, I think that's something that people would be interested in. And what I realized, this is me now.
Yes.
We were talking about this earlier, like Christmas has its very traditional characters.
Yes.
You have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. You have Frosty the Snowman. You have the Grinch, Scrooge, George Bailey, Santa, of course. These are, every year you see them. You also have your like Christmas traditions. You have getting the tree, decorating it with the kids,
Yes.
Going around the neighborhood and caroling, opening one present on Christmas Eve. Everyone has like their thing. The thing about Fisbee is could be both of those things.
True.
He is a new character with a story that is a new tradition. And I think that might be kind of the recipe for success for this
For
thing.
sure. It's not just about the story. It's what do you do with it?
Yeah.
Which even so, I mean, like the lore of Santa, he sees you when you're sleeping. He knows when you're awake. It's like,
How?
How?
That's how I think they're like, how does he know that? We are going to tell you how. They literally found a hole in Christmas tradition and filled it very well.
It was something quite profitable.
Oh my God. These ladies are rich.
Are any of them single, John?
Not for me. I got the elf I bought for Al or me.
For you.
I would date Chanda. I would have an adult son now, a 20-year-old son.
Yes.
Oh my God, I would be the same as my son age-wise in music choices.
That's right. So you'd have a lot in common. You say, do you like the new, what's his name? Doug?
Oh God, I forget.
Doug Anderson song?
Something Watkins. I don't know. Some country guy, I think. So the dad has a little extra office space that he offers up to them. And for the for the next 6 months, whenever she's staying at the parents', they work on this book.
Wow, I love this.
And
meanwhile, she's not performing up to her expectations at her regular job because she's got like elf on the brain.
She's got the kid with her. She's got elf on the brain. The dad's like, I don't even know. To be honest, can we talk today after dinner? And he fires her.
He fires her, yeah, as he should.
No. So Another thing that she pointed out that they bring that's pretty interesting to this point of view. They're the only people that really know this story. I thought, and I will say, I didn't do a deep dive. I thought I saw years ago that there was a controversy that they had stolen this story from someone else at one point.
Oh, I don't
kind
know
of like
that.
Monopoly. Like Monopoly was created by someone else, a woman, and then it was taken over. And I didn't find that.
Interesting.
So I don't know if I may have to do some more research. It is what it is. But what they thought was interesting was since they're the only people that had done this, Carol already knew it from a parent's point of view.
Carol, perfect Christmas name.
Why? Christmas Carol? I don't even get it. And
Her
then
daughter, Mistletoe. Oh, they love Christmas.
and Chanda was like, we experienced this as a children, so we're coming at this book with both point of views. So they knew from the beginning they wanted to write a book, and they knew that they wanted every book to come with its own elf.
Yes.
They did realize early on that maybe it didn't make sense to just call the elf Fisbee. Like, maybe the family wants to name the elf. So that became part of it, that the family would name the elf. That's how it's going to get its Christmas magic. They came up with the whole thing, and we're about to go through those. So yeah, so if everyone's not going to name it that, maybe give it a more generic name. Where did she find the elf? On the shelf. We'll just for now put a pin in it. We'll call it the elf on the shelf.
Perfect.
And then they started to realize as they were putting the book together, they were really making more of like a how-to list than they were like a traditional Christmas story.
Sure.
So that's kind of how they approached it. So they realized they needed to come up with kind of what this elf is, what it does, and what the rules of it are. And this is what they came up with. So number one, the elf arrives usually around Thanksgiving. Now, some people don't start until December 1st. I think both are totally valid. The family names the elf. Once they name the elf, that gives it its Christmas magic. It also comes with an adoption certificate, kind of like Cabbage Patch Kids.
Very similar.
Pound Puppies. You can register those online. You probably couldn't at the beginning. They didn't have a website immediately, but now you can register those names online. I don't know if that gets you
For for tax purposes.
probably for their tax purposes, and you probably get an email like in September.
You get like you have to fill out a W-9 for your elf.
It would be fun if they did it had little videos or something, and in August, starting to pack for the big trip coming up in
That'd
3
be
months,
cute.
stay in touch with the kids.
That'd be cute. You get letters in the mail.
Yeah.
From the elf.
With tiny little handprint.
That'd be a good idea. This is a good Etsy business.
Wait,
Mailing somebody.
we're just doing. I also was going to say it would be a good business. I used to joke that I wanted a business called Hold for Half, where people have to make calls to companies and don't want to do it because it takes so long and it's so annoying to deal. So I'll make that call with you. Whatever your refund is, I get half of it.
Sure, yeah.
I could also see myself. I mean, it could be dangerous if they burglary, people thinking you're burglaring. But I could come into people's house late at night and do the elf for you.
An elf service.
An elf service.
I bet
not service
the
the elf.
Kardashians outsource elf service.
I was going to say, dare I say this, but the elf on the shelf is kind of like New York City.
Oh.
What do I mean by that?
The fifth member of Sex and the City?
That is a fun fact. I don't think a lot of people know that. Every shot of Sex and the City, if you look, the elf is in it.
Oh, really?
Wow. Even the movie.
I'm going to have to rewatch. Even in Abu Dhabi? I'm going to have to rewatch that.
Elfie Delphi Dop. No, what I mean by that is New York City is great when you're young.
Oh.
It's great for a young parent. They have the energy to do it. It's great
Yes.
for a young kid. They're excited to find it. It's also great if you're rich.
Yeah.
Because then you can just have
Or you can go all out.
I bet the Kardashians buy an elf house.
Oh, sure.
And every morning the kids run across the street into the elf home. And they all look there's probably dozens of elves.
You have to hire a whole seasonal staff like Bloomingdale's to manage the elf.
She probably got Michael Kors to design an all-white elf outfit. They probably have little elf Labubus
Sure,
and
yeah.
Birkin bags.
Wow, what a life.
What a life. All right, so number 3, elves cannot speak to the kids, but they
Not yet.
With AI, who knows? But they are listening. They can listen to all the kids' secrets, all their desires, their wish list, and they can observe. So they're always taking notes about whether the kids, if they do something nice, if they do something good, if they do something bad, if they're being little brats. They're keeping track of all that.
Okay, great.
Every single night, the elf flies to the North Pole, sees Santa, gives them a full rundown of if the kids are good or bad, what they want and all that, grabs a cookie, maybe throws back a swig of nog, and flies back home. Has to get home before the kids wake up and hide somewhere where he can observe from a different point of view.
Did it originally start just like he's just in a different spot? Like, just like, oh, now he's up on the lamp. Now he's in
I
the
think
kitchen.
Originally it was just hide. They referred to it as hide and seek. So I don't think
it wasn't
I think
the craziness it is now.
I don't think they were making flower angels with flour in the kitchen. Like, I do love when people do tiny little flower footprints across the living room floor.
Cute.
I would, if I was young and straight and had fallen in love and had a family and bought a home, like, this is something I would have loved.
Gay people can have families.
No, I think they're not allowed.
You haven't heard the news about Prop 8?
No, this is a straight family thing. No, but if my life was different, I would have liked this.
Sure, yeah. You would like to be the child, I think, too.
All of it. I would like to be all of it.
You can do it for yourself. Like,
babe,
with your
I am not
stocking.
making little footprints in my apartment. Wait, he went outside? Oh, God, the traffic. And I run outside and he's like squashed in the
flattened.
street. Aww.
You do fill up a stocking for yourself every year.
Not every year, but sometimes I do like to treat. Can we get through the rules?
Yes,
this is
yes.
a long episode.
Yes.
Remember how long my eps are.
Uh-oh.
All right, so then they find
You're going to be on the naughty list.
Babe, I'm on the research list. Now, when the kids wake up, they will look for him. But, and this is probably one of the most important things, the children cannot touch the elf.
My kids touch it.
Babe, you're doing it wrong.
I know, but
it sounds like your kids also didn't name it. They just call it Elfie. You're the laziest elf on the shelf. It's like, we want to feature some families that are really into this. Let's look at the nears. So what did you name them? Peppermint,
Gumdrop, Snowflake,
Elfie.
Elfie.
We call him Elfie, and Robin's just holding it. If you touch it, if the kids touch it, it loses its Christmas magic.
Okay.
It can no longer perform all the things.
I mean, they're not like popping the head off.
They're not allowed to touch it. I will tell you, before I knew anything about Elf on the Shelf, whenever this was, 15 years ago, I was home for the holidays and I went to my brother's house and their Elf on the Shelf was like sitting on a mirror in like the foyer. And my niece was showing it to me and I was like, oh, it's so cute. And I like touched its little, I'm like, dink. And like, I looked down at her and her face, it was like I had murdered.
You broke it.
She was like, you touched it. And I was like,
yeah.
And I immediately knew that was bad. So I was like, no, I didn't. No, I didn't. And I heard her run in and tell my brother, like,
nothing.
Uncle John touched it. So you're not supposed to touch it. They have now, just to deal with this situation.
Sure.
And to make more money, they have released a book that tells you what to do. If you do touch the elf, there are 3 ways that you can get its magic back. You can shake cinnamon on it.
Okay.
The family can sing a song together. And there's one other thing I forget. It's in my notes at the end of the show.
Oh, okay. That's really funny. I know they also sell a special glove.
I'm sure they do.
Like a special white glove that's like if mom or dad has to touch the elf to like clear the table for dinner, then mom could put on the special glove.
So it's like Michael Jackson's like
Yes.
helping you move your elf around. Yeah, they have found ways to resolve every problem and to make money doing it.
Love it.
It is a money machine. All right, so the kids cannot touch it. And then the story goes on until Christmas Eve. What I did not know that I thought was interesting, the last time the elf comes to the house on Christmas Eve, helps Santa put out the gifts. Helps Santa
Didn't
out.
even know about that.
And then hitches a ride back to North Pole and will be back next year.
Makes sense. Carpool. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know how many presents this tiny little guy can lift,
Sure.
but maybe he uses magic. I don't
Maybe
know.
a candy cane.
They use it. So I really, just on a personal note, I love it. I think it's such a smart tradition. I think it makes perfect sense. I don't question it. I mean, there's other things that we do that I question more than I would question
Like
Elf.
what?
I mean, why would anyone want our teeth? Who wants our teeth? Like and a fairy to boot. Like, don't fairies, they're not. I don't want to stereotype fairies, but I'm assuming they're like spend a lot of time like looking in the mirror, tinkering around. But then they're like, oh freak, I gotta go get a bunch of teeth
They want your like
tonight.
crusty, rotten old like loose baby teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm willing to give you upwards of $1 for that tooth. I'm embarrassed. I don't want you to see me take it. I'll wait till
do
you're
it at
asleep.
night.
Slip it under your pillow. I'll get really close to you while you're sleeping. Slide my hand in there, take your tooth, give you $1, and go get another one.
It is quite suspicious.
So that I find a little less believable. So they're happy with the story. Now what? They have no money. They've never written a book. They have absolutely absolutely no idea what to do. It's 2004. They started writing it 2005. Amazon is still kind of newish. Amazon kind of took off in 99, so it's only 5-6 years old.
Wow.
They buy a book on how to sell a book.
Smart. That's what we did for the podcast.
Did we?
Yeah.
Did we get a book? I didn't read it.
How
It
to
reminds me of
start
a-
a hit pod.
Oh, you're just making a joke. I didn't yes and it. I was like, we could have. I mean, at the beginning, we're like, we didn't know.
We didn't know anything.
It reminded me of Ellen. I used to love Ellen before we canceled her. I used
We
to
all
love her
loved
stand-up
Ellen.
so
Yes,
much.
we
Before
all
I would
love
do
Ellen.
improv, if I was really nervous about a show, I would listen to Ellen's stand-up. I thought it was so freaking
Oh,
funny.
yeah.
It was clean. She didn't make dirty jokes. Always made me laugh. And she had all these jokes about being on a plane. And one of them was like, like she would look up and the pilot was reading a book. So you want to be a pilot? And like that made
pretty
her
fun,
nervous.
yeah.
It's that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, we don't know what we're doing. Let's get a book.
Yeah.
So they learn in the book they need to make a proposal. They do that. They send it out to a bunch of agents. They hear from a woman named Jennifer DiChiera, and she loves it. She thinks it's a great story. I want to send it out to all the publishers, see what they think about it. She sends it to everyone, and nobody likes it.
Oh my God.
Now, you and I, we've been doing this pod for 2.5 years. We've done over 130 brands. We are here to teach, but we surprisingly have learned a lot along the way. I put together 4 points that when we do our TED Talk on branding and podcasting,
Sure.
these are the things as of now that we know for sure. 1, if you were a company in World War II, you had to pivot in some way or use different materials or create a completely different company.
Absolutely.
2, if you discover a foam, you will eventually be rich. 3, if a private equity firm comes in to take over your company, it will be closed within 3 years.
Yes.
And 4, if you are rejected by multiple people in the industry that you were trying to break into, you are on your way to incredible wealth.
100% of the time.
100% of the time, this is canon. I'm Jon. This is Marissa. We'll see you every Thursday. So Jennifer brings up the idea of self-publishing.
Oh.
They don't really know what that is.
Yeah.
They have to look into that. But they really believe in the story. They believe in what they're selling. And they want to share it with people. So they have to figure out not only how to you self-publish a book, they have to figure out doll manufacturing.
Oh
It's
my
like
gosh.
a double-headed beast. They have to figure out,
Yes.
how do you package this? Is it like a gift box? Like, it's more than just like figuring out
So many
a book.
decisions.
They find someone, they wanted to do it in America. It was too expensive. I'm just going to throw that in there because
Yeah.
America is usually too expensive to do these things. Found like a broker overseas who said that she could deal with all of it. So they hitched their wagon to her. And then they needed to come up with the look of the elf. So they realized they also are going to need illustrations for this book. It's not
Yeah.
just going to be a textbook. That's where Co Steinwart enters the picture.
Ooh.
Who is Co? She is a lovely watercolor artist.
Oh, wow.
Where's she from? Cincinnati, Ohio.
Are you serious?
Cincinnati, Ohio.
What is in that chili?
She goes,
The amount of legendary, influential creators that come from Cincinnati.
me, everyone from Co to me.
Unreal.
It's unreal. This woman is
Wow.
so cute. Went through the public school system of Cincinnati, Ohio. So did I.
Wow.
Learned what she calls, and for some people I would think this is gross, but from her I love it, the loose and juicy style of watercolor painting.
Loose and juicy. My
Girl-
nickname in high school.
Can't you just picture, she's like, it's like you see the young version of her, like
Yes.
Kate in Titanic, and she's
Sure.
like, girl, I'm just doing it loose and juicy.
Loose and juicy.
Love it. Started painting at the Cincinnati Art Academy. I took my portfolio there and applied to that school. Went
You
to
could have been colleagues.
well, maybe.
Chronological age, not Spotify wrapped age, Jon.
Your age is similar to Co from Elf on a Shelf. She got her bachelor's not only at the University of Cincinnati, where I attended, she got it from the design school, which was the school I was in. I was there for graphic design because I wanted to make album covers. She
my
was learning
gosh.
this. I mean, she should be who I married.
Twin flames.
Twin flames.
You're loose and juicy.
I'm a little loose. I'm definitely juicy.
Mm-hmm.
Her paintings have been exhibited throughout the United States and Europe and Australia. She likes bright and sunlit paintings. She has a website if you want to look them up. You can buy
Cool.
prints of them. Her quote is, "Every painting is a pure and happy experience for me. And when that painting finds someone who feels the same happiness, that painting is complete. I am always
wow.
looking for that complete painting." What a beautiful sentiment.
Sweet.
So Carol and Chanda work with her. They wanted the doll to feel very special. They wanted it to feel nostalgic, and they wanted it to feel traditional. There were these pixie elves from the 50s and 60s. They kind of wanted it to have that vibe. They wanted it to be their own, though. Chanda gave Ko pictures of her son. She said he had a very elf-like face.
Cute.
And they also gave pictures of Fisbee and was like, run with this. Ko does her watercolor magic, brings the story to life. If you have not looked at the Elf on the Shelf book, it's so cute. The paintings are amazing. It's not the same as that guy who does I'm not going to remember his name. There's someone that does like these bears and stuff that are super cute, but it's worth checking out. It's just really beautiful work. And I personally, like, I have seen a bunch of ads for this book from 2005. It looks exactly like it did today. The box looks the exact same.
Hasn't
the
changed.
elf has changed. The elf has changed a little bit. There's now girl elves and there's darker skin toned elves. They've expanded the reach. Which
But the book itself is like the same.
book looks the exact
edition.
same.
Interesting.
And what's crazy is the book, when they started selling, it was $24.95. Now it's $33. In 20 years, it hasn't even gone up $10,
Wow.
which seems pretty incredible.
Yeah.
All right, so they work with Ko. They get all that figured out. Now the twin sister, Krista's like, I want to get in on this too. I think you guys are going to need some help. She's a host on QVC. I found an article of her. I was like, she's like hosting on QVC. Quits her hosting job at QVC
Wow.
to deal with the marketing and launching the company and sales, but they still don't have any money. So everyone kind of pulls in to like pull in the money that they're going to need. Chanda takes out a credit line and credit cards. Carol and Robert take out their 401k. Krista sells her
Son.
home.
Oh.
Body. That would be a fun Mad Libs.
That would be
Elf on the
fun.
Shelf creation Mad Libs.
These ladies are really busting their humps.
They're busting their humps.
busting their humps.
I actually have a line here that was next is, these girls don't need the Shark Tank. They are the Shark Tank.
That's very true.
So they're able to do a print run of about 5,000 units and they call it the Elf on the Shelf, a Christmas tradition. So right from the beginning.
I love calling it a tradition.
I do
It's
too.
like us like saying like a hit podcast. It's like just call it what you like. Write it, see it, be it.
For some reason, I do like it here. I do. Whenever anyone is like world famous, I'm like, girl, you're not the Taylor Swift of Chili.
There's a pizza place down the
I'm
street.
sorry,
from
you're
my-
not the Taylor Swift of Chili merch.
There's a pizza place like down the street from my house that says like voted the #1 pizza in America, and I'm like, that cannot be true.
Wherever you travel, what's it called?
I don't remember. It's just like a little like shack kind of place. but,
Wherever
like,
you travel, people are like, wait, you live by Bernie's? I voted for them.
you know what their thing is? They put an egg on it.
No, I don't like those. I don't know why everyone thinks an egg makes things better.
A big runny egg.
I don't need an egg on my hamburger, and I definitely don't need it on my pizza.
I agree.
God, I'm like burping.
You're so excited. You're burping.
So now they've got some money. They've got everyone in place. They set up their own publishing venture. They call it, very cool, CCA&B LLC, which stands for Creatively Classic Activities and Books.
Great.
We'll get
No
to
notes. Great.
No notes. We'll put a pin in that. September of 2005, they have their first event. They do a book signing. They bring in all their friends and family.
Cute.
They all buy them. There's no social media at the time. They do put out a website. I looked it up on the Wayback Machine. Very basic website that they had at the time. And then they're hustling. They're going out to trade shows. They're doing book signings at small little like gift shops. They've got their trunk full of these books. By the end of that year, so 3-4 months later, they've sold all 5,000 copies. So this is 2005. 2006, they do the same thing. They're hustling the book. 2007, who's photographed with the book?
Oprah.
Jennifer Gardner.
Oh,
Another
wow.
great. Who doesn't want their product being held?
Good
No
for
controversies
her.
around her, I don't think.
Photograph with the book, like she was just like hopping in a cab.
It was like running down the sidewalk. She's got the book under her arm.
Was it really?
Like, gotta get the elf to my kid. So that does really well.
Wow.
That inspires a segment on the Today Show.
Perfect.
Sales start to spike. This is their Doughboys moment.
I mean, you say QVC. I'm like, they guys should get on QVC. Like getting in front of that national audience. It is something. Today's show is similar. It needs the explanation, and this
Right.
is like Lori would say this on Shark Tank. Is like you can't like just seeing it on the shelf. You're in like a Walmart or whatever. You're not gonna know what this is. You need somebody to open it up and explain it. You need that segment with a co-host.
100%.
Yeah.
And someone that's going to be excited about it. Like, you need Hoda being like, my kids are going to love it. Can I take this? I love when they ask, like, can I
take
have this
this?
one? I would be like that with
Or they're
everything.
eating a dip and they're like, I'm eating the rest of this on the break.
And then you realize it's 6 a.m. where they are, and they're eating buffalo wing dip. 2008, the book starts to win some awards. Elf joins Facebook because, of course, it's 2008.
Sure, everybody was there.
Carol and Chanda go on a book tour. 2008 is when they start to get into like Barnes and Noble and Target. And this
Wow.
is only like, they're not even 10 years into this thing. They're 3 years into this. 2010, bestseller list for Wall Street Journal, Publishers Weekly, and USA Today. They're close to selling 1 million copies at this point in the first 5 years. November 26, 2011, CBS airs an animated TV special called An Elf's Story.
Wow.
The Washington Post says that the animation looks lame. I will say,
Rude.
no,
It didn't
I'll
look
say
bad.
It's like a lot of this stuff, we'll get to it, but like where they are now, I do think a lot of the stuff they put out looks cheap and cheesy.
yeah.
Like AI-ish, or like it's not like,
Like,
they're not
like that CGI, that kind of cheap looking CGI.
cheap looking.
I
Like,
mean,
I'm
they
sure
did
you
that
see a lot of it
in
with like kids shows.
Yeah.
But there's an audience for it because it does really well. It's, to me, it's not a Charlie Brown Christmas, but it has people that are
Well,
watching
so
it.
much thoughtfulness going into the design of the elf and the artwork of the illustration. You think that would kind of translate into like everything else that they do.
Yeah, that's kind of the weird. I feel like only the OG product lives up to that thoughtfulness.
Yeah.
And everything since then is kind of like
Kinda
maybe
cranked
not a
out.
money grab, but it's like maybe a money grab. God, I've got a hair somewhere on my face that I cannot get off.
Growing directly out of your eyeball.
I have one little weird hair growing on my nose that I keep seeing. Like, I'm like, and it's like a quarter of an inch. I'm like, what is that hair? And I like can't like pick it out. That's how you know when you're getting old. Hair in places you didn't have hair before. Just like when you're young, you get hair in places you didn't have it before.
Oh, wow.
Wow, the places just change.
You should write a puberty book for old
For
men.
old people. There's hair where there wasn't before. My ears and my nose. It used to be my armpits and my groin. Now it's my back and my nose. Maybe I will write a book. Self-publish. All right, 2012.
Get
Huge.
Co to make some beautiful, sweet and juicy, loose and juicy illustrations.
I mean, you could have merch. You could have a big... People love popping those zit toys. You could have a big nose where you pull the hairs out.
Merch.
2012, huge year.
Wow.
Huge year. And I mean that literally. Macy's, Thanksgiving, Day, Parade.
Wow. Intersection of all of our ideas.
I love it.
Wow.
One article said that at the time it was the largest balloon they've ever had. For some reason, I don't believe that, but it could be true, and I didn't
Those
verify
long,
it.
spindly legs.
And
Surely that's
they're
not bigger than
I
like
love-
a Snoopy.
I love that he's always like pulls his legs up too. He's always sitting in a really gay little like knees up pose. Like
Because there's like little seams at the knees, and there's like no feet and no hands.
they're
so it's
pointy
like,
hands and feet,
Uh-huh.
knees up. His eyes are always off to the side.
looking
He's
to
like
the side.
looking at some daddy over in the corner. He's like, the kids have been good. Who cares?
When I was looking for Elf on the Shelf, doing my research for the ideas at this Etsy store, I came across somebody on Facebook who was saying like they're in a relationship, married, but don't have kids, and they were saying, oh, my husband like loves Elf on the Shelf, thinks it's so funny, so they wanted every day like a grown-up scene for the elf to be found in. So like getting miniatures of like little like drug paraphernalia and things like that, and having like the elf in like a very like grown-up scene every morning. And so people are doing that too.
I would be quite good at helping with that. I will definitely come into your house in the middle of the night to help with that one. That's pretty funny. But of course that happens.
Of course.
Of course it did. 2013, the book hits #1 spot on USA Today bestseller list. So with the parade and hitting #1, it is really injected into American pop
Amazing.
culture. Still less than 10 years into the ride of this thing. 2013, they come out with the Elf on the Shelf, a birthday tradition.
Whoa.
What happens in that? It's a countdown to your birthday, and they teach you how to decorate the birthday chair. That is not a thing that exists, and it did not do well, and it was retired.
I'm gonna say, like, the birthday chair. Like, I'm spending every day leading up to your birthday decorating a chair.
Putting like one new streamer on the chair until birthday. I don't know. That's what I'm assuming.
Yeah, I mean, it's a sweet
They're trying.
idea. They're trying.
They're trying. Trust
Sure.
me. They'll be fine. 2014, Neil Hoffman enters the scene.
Who?
Does that mean anything to you?
No.
Neil
Who?
Hoffman
No.
shows up on television screens around the country
Who?
on a little show called
What?
Shark Tank.
Oh.
He gets a deal with Lori and Robert.
What?
$150,000 for 15% stake in his company. What is his idea? The Mensch on the bench. We have competitors now. We have other people imitating you now.
Wow.
Mensch on the bench, which is now not as popular, but definitely still out there. When I used to
Definitely
shop at
worldwide.
Target, I would always see Mensch on the benches.
Wow.
So Mensch on the bench enters the scene.
Wow.
2017, you start to get the memes. There's this whole thing that was like, you've heard on Elf of the Shelf. Have you heard of Perry on the Carrie? And it'll be like Kerry Washington with Katy Perry on her shoulder. It was like just a bunch of celebrities, I think, doing weird things
Doing rhymes?
with their rhyming name.
Sure,
and I was
okay.
like, Glover. Oh, I could do Lover on a Glover and put Taylor Swift's Lover album.
That's cute.
You could do
Meme it.
Marissa.
Pinson on the Benson. Julia Benson.
Olivia Benson.
Olivia Benson.
Taylor Smith.
Taylor Smith.
God, you're so bad with pop culture. I thought I was bad. 2017, they create Scout Elf Productions, and this is to make animation stories. This is where they really start just like, let's go
Sure.
all hog.
Turn on the cash machine.
What they really want to do is own Santa and own the North Pole. They want anything that hasn't been told of those stories, they want to own it.
Stake your claim, bitch. Stake it.
Your claim. Stake your cane. Your candy,
Candy
cane,
cane.
bitch. Stake your cane. Merch.
Was the point of the clap so that like Al would see like a spike
Yeah, so
in
when
the
he
audio?
sees it, he'll be like, oh, there's a merch idea there. I don't know if that was the
Kinda
original
forgot.
point,
I feel
but
like that was it.
that is probably why that started. Because when we make claps, Al knows something happened.
Something loud happened in the audio.
Okay, 2019, The Elf on the Shelf, a Christmas musical debuts.
Oh.
Original story and score. They start doing collabs with legacy brands like Kellogg's, IHOP, things like that.
Wow.
2020.
Reindeer poop pancakes, chocolate chip pancakes.
Totally.
Because the elf his character, her character is quite mischievous.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to kind of vary family by family. But like, is it an elf who like brings you little goodies? Is it an elf who draws on your children's faces while they're sleeping? It's a little stinker, this elf. For somebody who's like the nice and naughty police, Elfie, are you on the nice list?
Well, I was talking to you about this the other day down on my TikTok live I do for Skid Row. I say that it's a snark-free live, but I can be snarky because it's my house. So it's like, I'll make you not. But
The same rules apply for Elfie. Interesting.
exactly,
Interesting.
I am a lot like Elfie.
You
Elfie, what a dumb name. Why isn't it like?
What would you name your elf?
I'll have to think about it because I put a lot of thought into names.
Snickerdoodle.
Probably Justin or Hollywood. I'll have to think about it. 2020, they changed their name to what it is now, the Luma Stella Company. And this is because now they just want to go global.
Sure.
They just want to make a huge global brand.
What
that's-
happened to CCBAMB?
That was rough. Creative and neat books that we think people will like. CCLBLLK LLC.
Interesting.
2020, another big year. Who do they partner with? Netflix.
Oh.
Netflix is going to show all their existing animation and help them create new animation. I mean, they're
Nice.
just big league. 2023, they do a collab, sorry, Angela, sorry, Juge, with Beaches Resorts.
Oh.
The Beaches Resorts now have a VIE package.
Very important elf.
Very important elf.
Wow.
Then they come up and with all new branding called Santaverse. So you know how you have like the Marvel universe?
Yes.
Now they own Santaverse.
This feels a little of an overreach.
Okay, so in the Santaverse, they have now introduced a bunch of new characters. You have Elf on the Shelf, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the other thing. I don't think their namings are good. You have Frost Pips. Those are baby elves.
Frost Pips.
Elf Pets, that's self-explanatory. Elf
Okay.
Mates, that's fine. You have Nora, which is Santa's magical Arctic fox.
Okay.
Razzle, Santa's official celebration snowman? That's so specific.
How can you claim Santa's official celebration snowman? So now no other company can come out with a celebration snowman for Santa?
I don't see a circled C or a circled R next to it.
Interesting,
Oh, wait,
interesting.
actually they do. They have trademarks and R's.
Wow. Stake
Razzle
your
doesn't.
claim.
Razzle
Stake your
doesn't.
cane. Stake your
Nora
cane.
does. Snow Biggie does. What's a Snow Biggie? They're Yetis. What do they do?
course.
Official toy testers of the North Pole.
What are these? What are they? They're characters in like the movie?
Look
Or
them up. They're characters.
Do you get a stuffed animal of them?
Probably.
Like a little figurine?
Go to the website. I didn't have the energy to look
It's
at
too
everything on that
much.
website. It was
It's
a
too
lot. It started to get
much.
too much. Also, 2023 reality show.
No.
Food Network.
How?
The Elf on the Shelf Sweet Showdown.
Okay.
Hosted by Duff Goldman.
Oh, okay.
6 teams compete for $25,000 in the title of Ambassadors of Confectionery Confections.
Okay.
Each week, teams challenge to create a holiday-themed edible showpiece.
Okay. We both have similar feelings about those food contests.
And it's like just something that already existed, and they just put Elf on the Shelf's name
They
on
just
it.
stuck it on it, the official elf. They're all the same. All of these holiday baking, whatever.
They're all the same. And they're all
Extravaganzas.
ugly.
It's Rice Krispies and dowels.
It's Rice Krispies and dowel rods.
It's all dowel
They get
rods.
all their ingredients in the cereal aisle and Home Depot. 2024, Krista starts a podcast.
Wait. Okay.
Madam Founder podcast
Oh.
featuring female entrepreneurs. Hasn't been a new one posted since April.
I was gonna say, why have I not been
It
asked?
says it comes weekly.
Interesting.
Total of 25 episodes.
You know, a lot of people, it's a lot of upkeep to do a podcast.
I don't know if people know, but it's a lot. 2025, that's this very year. It is their 20th anniversary. They go to Comic-Con for the first time.
Okay.
They release a trailer at Comic-Con for their first video game, which I looked up, has really good reviews.
Really?
The Elf
A
on the Shelf
Christmas
Christmas
video
Heroes.
game.
Yeah. I'm sure that's fun for kids. They're doing more collabs. You've got Kinder Chocolate. You have Flips Pretzels. You have Mattel's American Girl.
Wow.
They're doing everything. And then they came up with what has to be the most special, the most desirable elf on a shelf that they could.
What?
No more than 25 will be made. I think they put the words no more in case they don't sell 25.
Sure.
I have a feeling they're making these to order.
Mm-hmm.
The elf is adorned with more than 4,500
Don't say Swarovski crystals.
hand applied,
Don't say Swarovski crystals.
dazzling Swarovski crystal.
Could you care less about something? What value do they think Swarovski crystals has to the masses?
Wait, it comes in a cherished keepsake box embellished with
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Swarovski
Nobody cares.
crystals. Wait, one more thing I'd like to point
Okay.
out. The couture satin pajamas are adorned
Oh,
with
I'm exhausted.
Swarovski crystals.
How much is the price?
I
What's this clocking in at?
love that you asked that. Just so you know, a few other things that it comes with, just to give you a real idea of pricing. And I don't know why this is it. First time the elf comes with added posing power. More flexible limbs. That should have been 2006.
I'm always shocked. I'm like, why is there not wire? And
Stick a
people,
wire
I
in it.
think,
Stick
hack
wires
it and
in
stick
it.
wire in it because the arms are immovable.
Yeah, they just flop.
For something that like they very quickly learned is like, oh, this is something you want to put in different scenarios to pose. Good freaking luck.
Yeah.
Good
I
luck.
agree. So now it can do that.
Okay,
More
great.
poses. Comes in a luxury gift bag. Comes with a commemorative, that always means not important, Christmas ornament.
Okay.
Numbered certificate of authenticity
Meaningless.
with Swarovski ingredient brand seal. I don't even know what that means. What's an ingredient brand seal? It comes insured white glove delivery service.
Nope.
No more than 25 made. And I did think this is funny. They didn't even put this in as a joke. On it, it says, this is a collector's item. Keep out of the reach of children.
Well, you can't touch it anyway. 'cause
That's
then
the
it would
whole
lose its
point of the
magic.
elf. They don't even find the tongue and cheekiness in that. Yes, keep it out of the reach of children. How much do you think this cost?
I mean, it sounds like absolute garbage to me. I will not succumb to the pressure that Swarovski crystals are a good investment.
Me neither.
They are, I believe, plastic.
They're the Beanie Babies of the jewelry industry.
You can't just stick on little jewels on something and suddenly it has, I mean, I knowing how stupid the world is, $199.
Higher.
$249.
Higher.
$349.
Way higher.
$800.
Higher.
No.
Higher.
$1,500.
Higher. Keep going.
$2,500.
Double it.
Are you kidding? $5,000.
$5,000.
Oh,
If you can believe it, it is not sold out.
oh my God. Wow.
From $25 to $5.
We need a wellness check on whoever is trying to cash that check. Oh my God. What has happened?
No, you saw that it has extra posing power, right?
I heard about the posing
Yeah.
power.
And
Oh, the silk pajamas?
there's Swarovski crystals on them. You mean there's plastic on them?
This is beyond demented. Too
20th
far. Too far.
If you are interested, they are still available. Act fast. There will be no more than 25 made.
Has one sold? Does it tell you like 24 remain?
Yeah. Stores tell me their inventory. I called them up. How many of these bitches have you sold?
I mean, I'd be shocked. That's just for that is for Kris Jenner to give to, okay, Rob, Kylie, Kendall, Kim, Chloe, and Courtney.
Yeah.
So 6.
6 of them are sold.
Oh, but Penelope, Mason,
Mason.
Saint,
North, East, West. For some reason, I feel like
I don't
Olivia
know Courtney's
or
kids.
the Wicked ladies will want them.
Cynthia Erivo. Okay.
Cynthia Erivo.
I feel like between the Kardashians family, including the kids, and Cynthia Erivo and Ariana Grande, you're at 25.
Here's what I say, and I bet they didn't. And if they didn't, shame on you.
What?
If they didn't send one to Jennifer Gardner, you're trash.
You're trash.
Tip the hat to the
seconded.
hand that fed ya.
Tip the hat to the hand that fed ya.
Merch. Okay, so it's been all good and gravy. Is there any controversy with this thing? Of course there is. It's
Oh,
something for kids. There has to be
sure,
controversy.
always. My son choked on the elf.
Why was he deep throating the elf? I'm the police. He's like, did he gag?
You're poking holes in this lady's story.
Some people say it normalizes surveillance.
Oh.
It-
Doesn't Santa like
Santa's
that's
not
lore.
squatted in your bedroom watching you sleep. You know, I see points to it.
Sure.
Behavioral motivation is teaching children that it's only to be on best behavior you'll get rewarded
Sure,
instead
yeah.
of just the good deed of doing something good.
Sure, yeah.
It could cause fear and anxiety from feeling like you're always being watched and judged.
Mm-hmm.
It puts a burden on parents for this constant need to not only keep it up with you, but there's TikToks parents are competing against each other to do
Sure.
the coolest
Every
thing.
year you want it to be bigger and crazier.
And just the commercialism that it's like a commercial gimmick being treated as a genuine tradition. But at this point, I'd say 20 years in, you are a tradition.
And I'd say most traditions, it was started by some
yeah.
company.
And some of the positives people say, it becomes a family tradition that creates great family memories.
Mm-hmm.
It helps with imagination, both for the parents and the kids,
Mm-hmm.
provides a shared experience for families, teaches self-control by the not touching,
Mm-hmm.
encourages good deeds, and motivates morning routine, gets kids out of bed.
It does get, I will say, the kids are typically very grumpy when they wake up. The first thing is Mom, I need some milk. I'm getting yelled at. Every morning we've done the elf, it is all grins in the morning. That alone is reason. And I've heard this too with teenagers. This is not something that a lot of Christmas traditions, maybe they age out of. I hear people doing that, even teenagers, older teens, like the ritual. And if there's a little prize, we got a little lip balm from the elf. a good way to connect with your kids of all ages.
The daughters who do this, they said in one of their interviews, like one of the kids is like 19 now, and like on Thanksgiving, he's like, "Where's the elf?"
Yeah.
Like there was one mom who wrote like, I was in like the Elf on the Shelf subreddit, like looking for things to like mine, and one mom was like, "I don't know what to do." She's like, "My son was literally terrified of the elf, like wouldn't get out of bed because he was scared that it was under the bed." She's like, "I never did anything scary with it." So she explained to him what it was, so he knew that it wasn't real, and then he wanted to do it, even though he knew. And she's like, "But now I don't want to do it because I know he knows."
Yeah.
But there was all this back and forth, and there was some good advice. There was like some parents are like, "You know what you could do? Have him take turns, have him hide it one night,
Yeah.
and you hide it. It doesn't matter that he knows because it's still there's something fun about
The
it."
secret isn't part of it. And I think too with like, I feel like this with like teenagers who want to go like trick or treating. I'm like, great, they're still young. Just because like they look tall and like look like they've aged out of some traditions, it's like they still like these kind of like little kid things. Yeah,
Totally.
You know, there's no pressure for them.
People
to grow
still
up
like
any
getting
faster.
stockings as
Exactly,
adults.
yeah.
That's why I make my own. Like I said, they're viral videos. So now there's like, you go on TikTok, you can find so many creative things people are doing with those. They'll do like really like it'll be the elf in the bathroom with like a toothbrush with chocolate on it and said, "Thanks for," like a sign that says, "Thanks for letting me use your butt brush." Like a lot of gross things, like peeing in a cup and it's lemonade. It's like, "Drink my pee."
What are we training these kids to do?
I know.
If a strange man asks you to drink his pee, you do it
You
because
just-
he's watching, and you'll be punished if you don't.
And I think that's it. I mean, I threw in
Wow,
some
how fun!
annual revenues now at over $100 million.
Oh my goodness.
31 million elves, pets, and mates have been adopted since 2005. Over 100 global licenses. They are a licensing beast. It's like
Wow,
Star
yeah.
Wars or any of those other
You could
things.
slap it on anything.
Anything, as long as they get their cha-chongs.
Mm-hmm.
And December 2023, they were the #1 toy on Amazon. So now that you know everything there is to know about Elf on the Shelf, is it on brand, hard on brand, softy?
You know, up until this year, knowing how much joy it's bringing to my family, I would have said it's kind of like lightly or maybe even off brand because I didn't like it. Now this year, I'm going to say it's a hard on brand. And to those criticisms, I will say, yes, the kids have touched the elf. They don't play with it, but like they'll occasionally like move it out of the way or like touch it a little bit. But we don't connect the elf like to any like naughty or nice, like, or if you do something bad, like the elf is going to say, because I was noticing that my 4-year-old was like, he was upset or crying or saying something like, because 4-year-olds can't help but be naughty. And then he was feeling like, "I'm naughty, I'm going to get coal." Like he was feeling really sad. And I was like, no, like you're nice. And he was, "No, I'm naughty, I'm naughty." So you don't have to do that part of it. It could just be like a fun, like reporting back to Santa. Or if you have a Christmas wish list that the elf will bring, they write little notes and then Elfie takes them to Santa. So if that part doesn't feel like comfortable for you, you don't have to have that like threat, like surveillance.
And that's what the family encourages now. This has definitely gone. They do encourage you to read the book, one, because they probably want the sale, but also because it does give you kind of like it's like the original Uno. It gives you like the foundation of it. But it is now, it's beyond them. Everyone, that's what makes their tradition a tradition. Every family makes it their own.
Totally.
So you find what works for you. Some people are saying that like it makes the kids like only do good if like they're getting rewarded. Like have the elf have a sign that says like, "Go feed a homeless person," like, you know, like encourage them to do deeds or like go like help or like there's a lot of ways you can tailor it to what you want to teach.
Sure, it could be the elf could say like, write 3 things you're grateful for. You can just modify it to fit your family and whatever your values are.
Yeah.
And you know what? Let your kids touch the elf.
No, that is the one rule. No touching. Yeah, I'm actually going to say it's a hard on brand for me too. I admire.
You do have one.
I have one. I don't know where it is. I forgot to find him this morning.
Oh.
What was I going to say? It's a hard one. We don't often have truly female founders, so I celebrate that. I love that it's a mother-daughters team.
So sweet.
Never heard what the son did. They did have a joke that like the husbands of one of the daughters would still be like, "I don't get it. This is pointless." That's
Very
like
supportive.
a family joke now that they have $100 million each.
Are you enjoying your jet ski, hubby?
Your jet.
He's like, "No, I'm good with a jet ski.
I'm just good with the jet ski. You know what? Just wood skis.
I'm not gonna fly to Hawaii. I'll jet ski there."
Jet ski there. Hats off to them for making something that I do think is a really fun tradition for people. If I was a parent, I would love to do this with my kids. I would be, I'm sure day 3, I'd be like, "God damn it. Why is he in the Campbell soup again?" But yeah, hard on brand for me. I love
awesome.
it. So there you go. That's Elf on the Shelf. You're halfway through the month by the time you're listening to this. Like Marissa said, you can start it whenever. You can start it. Just be like, look who showed up at the door today. If you've been wondering and you want to try it, give it a try.
Totally.
I think it'd be fun. Bond with your kids. Great memories. Life's short. Do it now. If not, then you could be dead by Christmas.
We gave you some ideas already. Drinking the pee, reindeer poop for chocolate chips or Hershey Kisses, toilet papering the room,
little flower footprints.
Using the toothbrush to scrub their butts.
Their butt brush. Have them hang from the ceiling on like a wire, like Mission Impossible.
Oh, cute.
Have them next to like a broken something. Draw on your kid's face.
Oh, something that came in the kit that I saw people do this DIY. You draw like an angry face on the milk, and then you have a sign outside the fridge that says like, "Oh no, the milk's gone bad."
Oh,
and
yeah,
then it's like
that's
evil
cute.
milk. That's cute.
This is probably not good for kids, but you could also, in the same vein, you could be like the toilet smoking, and then you go
those
in
are
there
cute.
and there's like a cigarette hanging out of the toilet's mouth. But that's probably not for kids.
You could do that at home for yourself.
I think I saw one where someone like cut a little bit out of their kid's pajamas and used that, like the elf was using that as a blanket, and he's like, "Thanks for the blanket," and they're like, "He cut my pants."
Definitely mess with your kids while they're sleeping. Your kid wakes up, clumps of hair missing from their head.
They're gonna develop trichotillomania.
Elfie has made a voodoo doll, and Elfie's holding scissors.
Oh yeah, I mean, elves are allowed to use scissors.
They are.
Kids are not. All right, there you go. That's Elf on the Shelf. All right, before we go, Merry Christmas, and we still have 2 more episodes. We have an episode next week and an episode on Christmas Day.
So exciting.
I've already picked the brand. Here's what I think. I think you're not going to expect it, but then when you see it, you're going to be like, yeah.
I look forward to that.
All right, so before we go, we've got to give some shout outs to all of our lovely Freaks of the Week. How do you become a Freak of the Week, you want to know? I mean, it's super easy. Every Wednesday on our Instagram story, I post a little puzzle. If you can figure out what that puzzle is, send me the answer, and that's what our brand is going to be that week. I'm going to send you a little picture that lets you know you got it right, and I'm going to add your name to our Wheel of Freaks. Then, every week, I'm going to spin that wheel 5 times. That is how you become Freak of the Week. And these are the people that did it with the Stranger Things Insta Egg. We have Ruby Hatton. Remember Ruby? We saved her marriage very early on in the pod.
Wow, welcome
Congratulations, Ruby. We have Cheryl Day. We have Chrissy. We have Becca. And we have Natasha. So congratulations, guys. Sincerely, thank you so much for playing the Insta Egg. Thanks for checking out Instagram. Every week we also post supplemental material. Marissa makes a great little poster for the episode. We put a lot of things on there, so check out our Instagram. I'm also still doing our hard push for 500 subscribers on YouTube by Christmas. It is totally free to subscribe. When I looked this morning, we were at 477. I only need less than 25 of you to get on there and subscribe to it. Once we were at 500, we can make like $1 a week, so we would really appreciate it. Then we split that 3 ways. I get 33 cents, but it's worth it. So do that and do Apple reviews. That one's moving a lot slower. I know that might be a bigger ask and you might not have Apple, but if you can give us a review, please do. Now, before I shoot this over to Marissa, we do have a very special shout out I'd like to give this week. We have, my understanding, a very loyal listener who is finishing grad school next week. She's getting a degree in public administration. I don't know what that is.
It sounds helpful. I'm always saying our public needs more administrating.
I always say, not only do I think we need more administrating, we need more of it to be in the public.
I agree.
It's like
no longer private.
I'm tired of private administration. So we appreciate you getting your degree in that. Now, your best friend Mandy also said you are the best librarian in the book biz.
Wow.
Again, I don't know what makes a good librarian. To me, it's someone that can
don't eat the books.
You don't eat the books. You talk like this. Did you need to go to the restroom? That's going to be over to your left. So you talk very quietly. You probably know the DDS, Dewey Decimal System,
Sure,
like the back of your hand.
Yes.
You know those cards, whatever that is. So we love that you do that. So
yes.
Good job. What I do know is that you are obsessed with the podcast. That good.
Great.
Thumbs up. We love that. We know that you dream about being our first guest. Not going to happen. You're not going to be that. Let that dream go. Sometimes it's good just to know when to end a dream. We also know that you really want to start a podcast about pop culture in the aughts. I say do it.
Do it, girl.
I say call that podcast Pop Goes the Library. Every episode starts with a and then a shh. And then you do the whole podcast like this.
Oh, it's the only podcast you can play without headphones at a library.
You could play it at the library. And then you would be like, do you remember when Janet Jackson did that nip slip during the Super Bowl?
How did we all take Justin's side?
Well,
What were we thinking?
never took his side. That's the moment I hate him. So
you bought a nipple jewelry after that.
I bought that nipple jewelry in support of her from an Etsy shop. None of the money went to her, but I wanted her to
In
know.
solidarity.
In solidarity. I sent her a screen grab of the invoice. So, of course, we're talking about you, Sarah. Congratulations on graduating, finishing grad school. Amazing accomplishment. Even more for listening to the show. Even more for sharing it with somebody. So we really appreciate that. Mandy did ask how much she could pay us to do this. Of course, it's going to be $200 per person. So I will send you our QR code for our Venmo, and that'll be $400. Please include tax.
And you can also subscribe to the YouTube channel.
Please subscribe to the YouTube channel. And my Venmo is Hollywood Justin Junk Fund.
Somebody might try to give you a tip.
Oh, yeah.
there.
Don't send money there. I'll send you my real one if you want to send.
No, of course it's free.
It's free, you rascal. But that doesn't mean we'll do it for everybody. Who knows? It's what my mood is. There you go. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks, Mandy.
So that's our shout out of the week. Thank you so much for listening. You can check us out on Instagram at OnBrandThePod, TikTok at OnBrandThePodcast. You can play John's Insta Eggs games. You can chat with him in bed while he lays there in jeans, cuddling an octopus. And with that, we'll be back next week with an all new episode.
And remember, we may go off topic, but we're always going to be on brand.
Bye.
Bye.